What up, young world? It's your boy Frank coming at y'all with another video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Really hit that like button for me. Hit that share, hit that subscribe. Listen, you're tuned into the Chronicles of R&B. R&B stands for Retail Blues. So, on this episode, more or less, pretty much as I'm going to work, we're going to talk about more or less employees that work for sister companies but winds up giving that other sister company trouble. And this is more or less what I mean when I say it. So, sometimes, companies have, like other brands that they pretty much work under one umbrella company. But you always have that one employee that more or less wants to cause trouble for another, for another sister company. So, like, for example, you might have a person that actually works there, but because they work for a certain company and stuff like that, maybe their mentality might think that they're better than, the other sister company. And, they come into a store, they want, excellent customer service, that sort of thing. But yeah, at the same time, they interrupt what everybody else is doing because they want them to cater to them only and only them. I only say that to say this. When you start right into the company, whether or not if that company has a 800 number or an anonymous tip or source and stuff like that, you're creating more trouble than it's worth. You get what I'm saying? Has it happened? Has it happened to my store at one point in time? Yes, it has. But hopefully that person, will wind up learning a lesson involved with that. But just know that you're creating more of a headache for yourself than you are for the actual other company or the company that you work with, because at the end of the day, you're putting a target on your back. So it's not more or less like a retaliation or anything like that whatsoever. But at the same time, it's like, why would you even do something like that in the first place? I just think overall it's just unethical, and also it's morally wrong. As they say, capitalism has no moral base, but in a case like this, you could have, a person could actually just wind up going to one of the managers and be like, hey, this associate or XYZ is not doing, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I saw them on their cell phone, or I don't know, taking money or something, something to that effect, but when you start going to, corporate, and putting that out in the air, that creates a target on your back, and then it's more or less like you're not really supposed to be trusted at all. So, as I like to say, know better, do better, and I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. All right, guys, you're tuned into Chronicles of R&B Retail Blues podcast, and until next